Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. My name is Brady and my colleague James Metcalf and I will be running you through our webinar. Please type any and all questions you may have along the way and we'll do our best to address all of them at the end during the Q&A period. Today we're going to be outlining some of the featured offers and upcoming opportunities on the Global Wide Media Network.
Good morning, everyone. This is James. I've been an affiliate manager with Global Wide Media for about 3 years now, and I'm going to talk to you about Atom Tickets first. So for those of you who are unaware, Atom Tickets is basically an all-purpose movie ticket app where you can pre-order tickets, concession items, set up movie times with friends. It's basically a one-stop shop for going to the cinema. A big note for this offer is that it performs best when we have movie-specific campaigns. Basically, campaigns that feature a particular movie that's being released or going to be released in the near future, rather than the generic Atom Tickets creatives. So as you can see on the graphic at the bottom there, around this time last year, the offer did quite well, performing better during Oscar season as well as during the summer blockbuster season. So make sure to talk to your AMs about how you can get on this offer and scale up heading into Q4. The next offer I'm going to be discussing is one of our flagship offers, Booking.com. It has been a long-time partner with Global Wide Media. A big note of this offer is that it's open to geos worldwide. So we've had a lot of success on this offer as a flat rate model where the payout is set, but we're switching gears and going to a rev share model in the near future, actually currently. But basically the way that the rev share works is that it has a 3.5% starting rate. But of course, as is the case with most of our offers, good performance can mean higher payouts. So as long as your quality is there, then talk to your AM for higher payouts. Another note of this offer is that we have different payout structures that you can implement based on your different traffic needs, where you can basically be paid on the booking or you can be paid on the completed stay. We understand that not all affiliates have a one-size-fits-all traffic structure. So talk to your AM, as usual, about different options that would work best for you. And to highlight some of the qualities of Booking.com, you can see here in the first point that around this time last year, Q4 is really when the offer starts ramping up, and then into early Q1 of the following year. We're expecting the same type of structure and flow as last year, and of further note is that we've just come off of a weaker period in the last quarter in Q3. So we're looking forward to really ramp up in the remainder of 2017 and then into early 2018. A couple of the notes on Booking.com is that it falls under the Priceline.com conglomerate. So there's a lot of spend there, a lot of budget, and a lot of stability. Priceline.com has numerous different subsidiaries, as you can see, rental cars, Agoda, Kayak, to name a few. And Priceline is aggressively expanding hotel listings each fiscal year. So the next offer I'm going to discuss is another good one that we've had for about 18 months or so, DoorDash. And again, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this offer, it's basically a food delivery service. We've had a lot of success on it in the city-specific offer, where the traffic will only convert based on certain locations like Dallas or New York City. But now we've opened to national, so that should be something that has a lot more prominence going forward, and we have big plans for scaling in Q4 as we've received substantial budget. And as you can see there, peak months have been recently, or will be for this year, as it does well towards the latter part of the year. So I'm going to switch gears here a little bit and talk to you guys about Tier 2 and Tier 3 potential. And we understand that offers that perform well in the US and the UK, for example, are ones that get a lot of attention at the outset. But we want to really encourage you guys to expand your reach because we're always bringing on new offers into other tiers and geos. In India, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Southeast Asia, Spain, South America, and others, as you can see on your screen there, are geos that we really feature. They just have large populations and unsaturated markets, so they could be a great place for GP. One of the main points that we want you to take away from this webinar is probably something that's more geared towards beginner affiliates, but basically traffic to these geos is quite inexpensive usually. So when you guys see a payout that is relatively low, We don't want that to let that deter you immediately, because running traffic to these geos is not necessarily that expensive. So a lower payout does not necessarily equate to lower profits for you guys. And just to highlight a few of the offers that we have for these geos, as you can see, we have some major blue chip offers that we're bringing on and featuring. Domino's Pizza CPA, Adidas e-commerce, Puma, as I'm sure you've all heard of, Zomato, which is a food delivery service. Food delivery apps are huge in the space right now. Ixigo Travel and Yatra.com are other featured offers that we're having for Tier 2 and Tier 3. So I'm going to pass over to Brady right now, and he's going to talk to you about different ways that you can optimize your traffic.
Thanks, James. Okay, so for those not familiar with the concept of deep linking, it's essentially guiding the end user directly to a product. For instance, if you have a website promoting phone chargers, most people will simply have an affiliate link to an e-commerce home screen. This leaves the onus on the consumer to search for, select, and purchase the correct product. A lot can go wrong here, like if the consumer ends up selecting a product you weren't promoting and it being poor quality and losing that customer from your regular traffic, or even just the consumer being flustered upon reaching the home screen and searching and never actually completing their purchase. Deep linking will allow your link to go to the exact page you want your traffic to funnel towards. For example, a pre-populated search page or the exact phone charger you were promoting your traffic to buy. This is most useful for review sites, and we have offers like AliExpress and Lazada to name a few, as well as Booking.com for travel promotions. Your affiliate managers can help you set these funnels up. Okay, so now I'm going to touch on a few offers on our network. Later in this webinar, we have a calendar for you to print off showing some of the expected fluctuations by verticals. However, on the left here, we have some of our staple offers like PokerStars and TuneIn, which offer a broad spectrum of newscasts and audiobooks and sports coverage throughout the year. One company we're especially excited about is Nextdoor. It's a private social network for your neighborhood, showing things like garage sales, the best landscapers, or even about recent break-ins on your street. Nextdoor just received some significant funding and should soon be one of the top converting offers on our network. On the right here, we can also see our exclusive global-wide media offers, including apps like TickPick for all event promotion, and Club W, which is a subscription service offering wine delivery, and this should really pick up over the holiday season. If you're not receiving them already, you can reach out to your AM and have you added to their weekly offer list mailer. So for upcoming opportunities, we're especially excited to announce some new partnerships coming live, headlined by Amazon and Amazon Prime. These coming live further reiterate the opportunity for deep linking and to lock down some of that Tier 2 and 3 traffic partners. As this is going to be a global e-commerce offer, the less saturated Tier 2 and Tier 3 geos, though may reap lower transaction value, far outgain the ROI of Tier 1 geos because of the traffic costs coupled with the sheer volume available here. We also expect Harry's Grooming to do great, as seen by the success from Dollar Shave Club this year. And there's many, many more coming up, so stay tuned for those. Okay, now, so I'm going to hand it off to James, where he'll go over the yearly calendar vertical.
Okay, guys, so this is, as you can see, a year-end overview or overall coverage for the year. So your AMs can provide this to you, but I'm just going to provide a little bit of a synopsis of how the year could look for you. Basically, heading into Q4, as we discussed, is e-commerce and travel are two big ones. Then into the new year, with New Year's resolutions, you got health and fitness, and then finance. The middle of the year has a bit more variety. Gaming, sports, health and fitness is always in the summer. And then back to Q4 again, really focus on e-commerce and travel, as that's one of our better performing verticals for the year. So just reach out to your AM and they can provide this calendar for you, and then you can have different ideas for strategizing and optimizing your traffic. So now to conclude our webinar, we're going to open the floor to you guys for any questions that you may have.
Cool. So we've had you guys typing in over the course of the webinar, and we've got a couple here. You guys are still welcome to have those questions funnel in, and we'll do our best to answer them. So the first one I'm going to touch on is one was you mentioned Booking.com is open to geos worldwide, and they were asking what those top performing geos are. So before we had pulled a report for the last month, and for the rev share offer, which everyone's going to be moving towards, some of the top geos included Spain, the US, Germany, Romania, Canada, and Sweden. But again, you can talk to your AM for more specific reports and trends and things that are more up to date for you. Another question came in saying that he was receiving a higher payout on a specific offer on another network, and he was asking if we were able to better that payout, and then he could switch his traffic to Global Wide Media. So of course we do custom payouts for specific publishers. However, for us to do this, we would need your help to show how much volume, what payout you're receiving on the other network, maybe a screenshot of that, and then your performance on that other network. Payouts are based on the quality of traffic, but we're more than happy to always push the advertiser for a higher payout and to do our best for the specific amount of time to give the ability to showcase the quality of your traffic.
Okay, so another question we had here kind of touched on what we discussed with Atom tickets, but it definitely is worth reiterating. So I'm paraphrasing the question, but basically they're wondering if, despite the fact that movie-specific campaigns do better, do we still have any just stock creatives for Atom tickets? And the answer to that is yes, but we really do encourage you to run the movie-specific campaigns, as it's featuring movies that are coming out or that are released, and that's going to run alongside with even more traditional forms of advertising like TV, radio, even print, or in today's terms, like something like YouTube. So we really do encourage you guys to focus on Atom tickets specific campaigns. The last question that I can see here, unless you guys have some more here at the last minute, is that looking at DoorDash, what cities perform the best? As you can imagine, larger cities are the ones that do the best relative to smaller cities. We used to have the offer only open to these big cities, as I mentioned, but we're going to be focusing on more of the whole national campaign. But let your AMs know you're interested in knowing what cities perform better, and they can, of course, break it down for you further. So I don't see any other questions at this time. We are going to be making this webinar available to you guys. So if you have any questions to follow up, you can always reach out to your AM, and they'd be happy to help you. Thanks for joining us today, guys, and we hope that you're going to ramp up with Global Wide Media.